It's special.
And MagDL Verbata Gaming.
Both fighters are young, upcoming content creators with a unique brand and audience. But which of these teenage pro gamers actually has the competitive chops?
He's Combo God and I'm Lord Autismo.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skill to find out who will win the death battle. Starting in early 2018, Magdiel Sanchez kicked off his YouTube journey as a gamer for Death Rider.
The fuck is Death Grinder, a gay dating app for metalheads?
Death Rider, according to Google, is an action-adventure racing game that MVG first encountered before eventually committing to Mortal Kombat 11. He spent his first few months grinding the crypt and didn't get into the game competitively until much later.
Yeah, crypt definitely was a fucking grind.
Personally, I'll never understand the quote-unquote hype that centers around the crypt. I've got neither the time nor the patience to dig in some wannabe Dead by Daylight map for gold coins. But I digress. What's important here is that when Magdiel finally made the choice to take his channel in a different direction, he needed a new name and his own brand, and from that point, he was known as Magdiel Verbata Gaming.
As a veteran of the Combo God community, MVG has a very decorated skill set with Sub-Zero, his main character. His preferred tools span from Rising Ice for high damage combos, Creeping Ice for defensive space control, and Polar Axe for aerial mobility.
He's not lacking in proper training either. MVG practices the fighting style known as Fuyu no Rashudan, which is a battle strategy that Sikander Hussein uses in combat during certain matchups.
I'm sorry, the fuck did you just say?
It's a Japanese kanji which translates roughly to Winter Rushdown. It focuses on using strategic thinking and solid defense to stalemate your opponent's defensive options, leaving them vulnerable to raw, unfiltered 50-50 mix-ups. It's an optimal, high-risk, high-reward playstyle that Sikander has mastered and made his own. Now, while MVG has not received lessons from the Grandmaster himself, he's had a handful of Sub-Zero experts that have helped shape his playstyle. He's learned defensive tactics from Grandmaster Sanders, God Gaming. However, what might be his greatest skill is yet to be discussed.
Okay, so to explain this next thing, we gotta go back in time. So back in early 2021, MVG was invited by Goop Taco, one of MVG's good friends, to a tournament series hosted by Combo God known as the Gods Arena. In this tournament series, he was put in a group known as Black Chaos, which was led by Mr. Anonymous, one of Combo God's not-so-favorite allies at the time. Long story short, Anonymous and Combo God had a falling out over some drama, which led to all the members of Black Chaos succeeding from Combo God's community and turning TBC into a hate cult. During his time in this quote-unquote cult, MVG picked up a skill that allowed him to manifest high streams of anger and emotion into raw combative energy. This phenomenon is known as Chaos Form. Jesus fuck, what is this weeb shit?
Chaos Form increases your skills in battle, particularly offensive techniques. This makes you a more dangerous opponent to people that you have a grudge against. This, combined with his already impressive arsenal, led him to accomplishing some impressive feats.
He's defeated the likes of Inverno, Classic Scorpion, Onyx Gaming, Goop Taco, Mr. Anonymous, and even Combo God himself in a Sub-Zero mirror. So despite these victories, MVG isn't quite invincible.
Like I said, MVG was not topped by Sikander directly, so his fighting style is unmastered. His power boost from Chaos Form is a double-edged sword, in the sense that you are susceptible to rage and madness. Left unchecked, MVG can go wild in fights, leaving him vulnerable to counterattack. MVG also has a tough time dealing with more experienced opponents in general. This was how fighters like Odin Prime, Nocturnalist, Scruffy 69110, and Dooj24 got the drop on him.
Overall, what MVG lacks in discipline and experience, he more than makes up for with his tenacity and raw talent. Like the legend Smoke once said,
"Where there is smoke, there is fire."
Kicking his gaming career into high gear in early 2021, 13-year-old Aeon was your typical Mortal Kombat casual player. He downloaded the game because of the hype, but he wasn't very good at it, and after playing for a little while, he eventually quit.
Yeah, he probably played Combat League.
However, his little retirement from the grind didn't last long. In the form of a bet, one of his close friends told him that there was no way he could beat him in Mortal Kombat 11. So It's Special decided to take a week and dedicate his time to learning Aaron Black. After defeating his friend and smoking him, he developed a newfound passion for the game and began grinding again. And that's when he decided to take his YouTube journey a lot more seriously as well. From then on, he became known as Special. Being self-taught, Special adapted the fighting style Tatarama Hanashi. which includes a very deterrent-based fighting style that uses the range of Aaron Black's guns to maintain control of the space and fight in the long term. In just 1 month of self-taught technique, he was able to transform himself from a novice to a high-level enthusiast. And it was thanks to both his very annoying character choice and his unique playstyle that allowed him to rack up so many feats.
He's defeated LeBron James Vickers, DJ Pendejo, and the members of the RIF gaming clan.
Special's only real weakness is his lack of consistent high-level experience. In certain situations, a well-tempered opponent can get the best of Special with all sorts of gimmicks.
But even so, Special's ability to teach himself the ropes of a complicated character at a near pro level is no small feat. Being true to his name, Special is simply one of a kind.
Alright guys, the combatants are ready and the stage is set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
No, not this fight again.
You would prefer someone else.
Hell, I'd fight a goddamn space cowboy.
Fight. Round 2, fight! Final round, fight!
Never rest.
Sub-Zero wins. Fight! Round 2, fight! Final round, fight! Black wins.
Good lord, that was brutal.
Indeed, this was a very interesting matchup, especially when you dive into the skill sets of both players. MVG didn't have the patience to counter Aaron Black's neutral-based playstyle, but Special also didn't have the high-level experience to knock MVG off of his toes completely either. So this matchup really came down to who was stronger, had better execution, and who was the most adaptive. Whoever was the slightest bit more efficient than the other would win the match.
For starters, Special has more fundamental skill than MVG, and his neutral-based playstyle is unaffected by MVG's rushdown. In a long set, MVG proved himself unable to exploit its Special's openings effectively, leaving the Aaron Black main in his element.
And once again, going back to my original argument, the numbers speak for themselves. Its Special outclasses MVG in almost every category. The only thing really going for MVG is his superior training, but it doesn't really matter if his offense can't reach Special in the first place. While MVG's raw execution and tenacity kept him fighting for a minute, sometimes tenacity just delays the inevitable. The winner is its Special.
Next time on Death Battle.